Donald Trump is now coming out swinging against Bill Clinton. Now that Hillary Clinton has invited Bill Clinton into the race, to campaign on her behalf. And some people are saying, well, that's not fair for him to attack Bill Clinton for having affairs when he had affairs on both of his first two wives. And in fact, his first wife accused him of physically assaulting her. She later walked it back after it became a campaign issue. But anyhow, Scotty Nell Hughes is with us. She is chief political correspondent with USA Radio Network and the author of Roar, The New Conservative Woman Speaks Out. Her website, Scotty, Scottie, Nell, Nell, Hughes, HUGHES.com. And there'll be a link over at ThomHartmann.com, and we'll tweet it and all that other kind of stuff. Hey, Scotty, good to see you.
Good afternoon, Tom, and thanks for having me on such a fun subject for you and I to discuss. We're going to cause no controversy amongst your listeners, I guarantee it.
Well, perhaps not. I'm not sure if I agree with you or disagree with you on this. It seems to me that if Bill Clinton is not campaigning for Hillary, but is simply her husband, that probably his sexual past, shall we say, isn't all that relevant. But the minute that he becomes her surrogate and starts campaigning for her, it seems to me like, anything that is part of his political past, and I mean, he was impeached over lying about this, so it clearly is a legitimate topic. The question in my mind, I don't know if you saw the interview yesterday on NBC with, what was her name? Anyway, the reporter for NBC, she asked Donald Trump, she says, so Bill Clinton's extramarital affairs, Bill Clinton's extramarital affairs are legitimate? And Trump says yes. And she says, so extramarital affairs in general are legitimate? And Trump says yes. And so I was waiting for him to say, or her to say, well, what about yours? But she didn't. She changed the subject. It's like people are afraid. He intimidates the media so easily. What are your thoughts, Scotty?
Well, I don't know about intimidating the media on this issue. I mean, Tom, just go Google about Donald Trump, and every little thing about him is on the internet already. He's been in the public eye for 20 years. He's publicly scrutinized. There's nothing that anybody can bring out of the closet for him that's going to surprise anybody because it's already out there.
Right, that's true of Bill Clinton, though, also.
Well, it is, but here's the difference between Bill Clinton and Thom Hartmann, or Bill Clinton and Donald Trump. And I agree with you. It's once he steps foot as a surrogate, things opened up. And so you do have the opportunity to criticize Bill Clinton. But more importantly, Bill Clinton made these actions on the taxpayer dollar. It's almost like it was taxpayer-funded sexual harassment.
Well, so did Donald Trump.
Many of those, no, he was not.
No, Donald Trump used the bankruptcy laws to avoid paying millions of dollars that I had to pay instead in taxes.
We're talking about sexual harassment. We're talking about these women. We're talking about what happened in the Oval
No, but Donald
Office.
Trump, Scotty, Donald Trump is a billionaire, so he gets more federal money than you or me or any other average person in America. He is very much on the dole.
You cannot sit there and say that Bill Clinton was not on the dole, or that Donald Trump was more on the dole than Bill Clinton.
Bill Clinton was a government employee. He had a job.
Exactly. He was a government employee being paid by taxpayer dollars when he sat there and did
Donald Trump was given millions of dollars by his daddy, and he blew it.
Do we want to sit there and literally take everything? Anybody who's in business right now gets some sort of tax relief, whether it's because they bought a car, and sit there and criticize them about their private
No, I'm
life?
saying it's not legitimate to attack Bill Clinton for his sexual history by saying, well, let me finish the sentence here, by saying that it's because he was a government employee at the time. His sexual history, of having affairs like that, and some of the allegations would be arguably deplorable no matter who he worked for.
Well, I agree with it. It's deplorable on a personal standpoint, but the reason why this is allowed to be involved politically is because they happened on taxpayer pay, not only on our time clock, but also on our property within the Oval Office, Thom Hartmann. As a governor of Arkansas, many of these assaults on women happened. That's why this is allowed to be played and why he's different from what Donald Trump did within his own
Bill Clinton has never been convicted of assaulting a woman. He was charged with having a consensual affair with another adult. That's a different thing.
It's not just one, though. There's Jennifer Flowers. Let's go down the list of all the women who have accused.
As I said, Donald Trump's first wife has accused him of assault in writing.
And you know what? The key
in
is
divorce papers.
Funny thing in all of this, though, is Donald Trump's ex-wives, girlfriends, whoever you want to bring into it, they're not out there either A, on the campaign stump. Donald Trump's not.
No, he's giving them lots of money.
Well, but they're happy.
They don't want the gravy train to stop.
Well, but okay, that's their choice then if they're going to sit there. But you have to sit there and say there are differences.
Well, I would say the flip side of that is true as well, Scotty. You know that there's a mini industry around trashing Bill Clinton, and some of these women who have trashed him in the past have gotten a lot of financial support and other kinds of support from people on the right who want to trash Bill Clinton.
But they also got money from Bill Clinton and Hillary themselves to be quiet and to sit there and not say things.
I don't know that's true.
Oh, absolutely. You want to go down the list of all? I mean, that's what the problem is with all of this. Everything that's happened with Bill Clinton was when he was in elected office and he was in a power
so here's the question,
over these women.
Scotty, where our outrage is placed or misplaced is apparently something that we're not going to agree on. But here's the question that I have is, when Bill Clinton was attacked back in the 1980s for having had an affair with Monica Lewinsky and perhaps other affairs, and almost certainly other affairs, when he was attacked for that, his popularity rating went up. It backfired on the Republicans who brought those charges on the floor of the House. Newt Gingrich, Bob Barr, Livingston, every single one of them was found to be having affairs at the time that they were prosecuting Bill Clinton. All of the leaders of the Republicans who were prosecuting him. This stuff totally backfired on the Republicans. Is it going to backfire on the Republicans? Not necessarily just Donald Trump, but in general, is it going to backfire on the Republicans? Or has the American zeitgeist changed enough, the American sentiment about, the philandering, I guess, has it changed in a way that is going to make Bill Clinton's affairs more or less acceptable, and therefore also Donald Trump's affairs more or less, in other words, are people going to shrug? Are they not going to care? What do you think?
I think that's a moral question, but I think we have to realize why.
No, it's a political question.
Well, it's a political,
I mean it as a political question.
But here's the reason. We have to realize why this is coming up. This is coming up that for the past 2 years, the Hillary Clinton camp has made literally this tradition of saying, if you sit there and attack me for anything, whether it's about how I laugh or what I'm wearing, anything, you are sexist. And
well, you know that a lot of those
Bernie
attacks,
Sanders.
Scotty, were because she's a woman. They were misogynistic attacks.
But she also accused Bernie Sanders. She's accused Democrats. She is sitting there, and it's a successful strategy. She's sitting there putting up this wall that you cannot attack me because you're sexist if you do. All Donald Trump is doing, knowing that his end game, his end fight is going to be with her, say, you know what? Let's take the emotion out of it. Let's take the sexism, which is what she's used to defer everyone else. Let's take the sexism out and actually let's have a battle about policy. Let's play fair. Let's take the emotion out of the game and let's look at who has a better plan for America.
But that's not what Donald Trump is saying. He's saying that Bill Clinton is a hound dog.
He's neutralized it. No, he's sitting there neutralizing, saying, if you want to bring sexism on me, I'm going to point out how sexist you and your
But Donald Trump was making comments about her appearance, about her use of the bathroom, with Megyn Kelly about her menstruating.
He's also attacked men too. I mean, it's an equal
opportunity. Not in that way, Scotty. Nobody ever attacked Mitt Romney for the way that he dyes his hair.
Okay, well, let's say this is what Donald Trump has said. He has gone after men. He's called Jeb how many different things. He's called males.
None of them
females.
having to do with his gender.
But his looks. He hasn't attacked him for being a woman. He said men are disgusting too. I mean, it's an equal opportunity of female. I can literally tell you, if you look at the track record, Donald Trump himself has more female executives than right now probably out of.
Does he pay them as much as he does his men?
He probably pays them more, to be honest with you. He probably pays them.
But you don't know, and neither do I.
It's not published. Well, but now let's talk about the Clinton Foundation, though, Tom. How many millions of dollars has the Clinton Foundation accepted from countries that the State Department has declared
Scotty, the Clinton Foundation is not running for president.
The Clinton Foundation is. Bill Clinton has now been a surrogate. Chelsea Clinton has been a lead member of the Clinton Foundation.
I got it.
So
Scotty Nell Hughes, the website, ScottyNellHughes.com. Scotty N. Hughes is the Twitter feed. To watch more clips from our programs, hit the Watch More Videos button over here. And please be sure to hit the handy-dandy subscribe button so you'll always be up to date. Tag, you're it.